Good morning guys, welcome back to my little YouTube channel here. So it's the following day. Now remember the video I posted yesterday, I mentioned something about an awning. One of you guys actually guessed it correctly, which awning I'm getting fitted on here. So I'm out, it's early morning now, so I'm out at the installers and they're actually fitting it now. So you can see what they're doing. This particular awning comes with these, you can get these custom made brackets that are made from Tough Touring, which I believe are a Melbourne based firm. And they're installing these heavy duty brackets on there now. And it actually attaches to the rooftop tent itself. So we've got the guys here. Now these are the Bundutec's preferred installers if you live in the Gold Coast. These guys are excellent, check them out. They're called Eddie's Auto Marine. So they're auto electricians and they also deal with marines and so on. But they also install the Bundutop rooftop tents on the vehicles, and they set up your solar installations as well. So you guys that living in Gold Coast, you guys have got a bonus. So these guys are excellent. So we're going to have a quick look here and check these brackets out as they're getting installed.
That's pan and brushed over there, and we'll just get this walk off here. I might wash it off. Yeah, we can do it. I don't know if it might.
So you can see how quick that was. So these can support, most of your awnings can be fitted on this, can be custom made to fit these brackets. But this one's set up to go on the Ostrich Wing awning. So those who don't know, there's one guy, I think his name was George E. He picked it yesterday, which one I was going for. There was a lot of guesses there, and a lot of them I had considered all of those. But it's been highly recommended by these guys to get the Ostrich Wing. But they're a quick setup. So you see the guys is putting the front brackets on over there now. They're also going to put a bracket on over here that's got a hook on it. And I love this idea. So you don't have to worry about the cable, pulling the cable tight and tying it off somewhere here, which will get in the way with the ladder. So you just swing it around and you just hook the bar on the hook, which also acts as a excellent feature by keeping it sturdy, so the wind blows it doesn't blow up. So it's actually got a little lip on it, so it stops it from going up. And the awning, most of the time, this particular awning, you won't need to install the put the drop down legs on it. But I believe this particular one may have one drop down leg just to use in case you get a wild storm, just to be on the safe side. Because remember, it's like a big sailcloth, these things. So there they are. So you can see how many rivets they've put in here. So very heavy duty. So of course the awning's going on this side. So you got support that way, you got support this way. This is excellent. You got the blade bit down a little bit, watch the front. up the top there, what you can see, some people think they're actually speakers. I know from here they look like they're speakers, but they're not speakers. They're so I've had a few comments about that. They're actually the fans. So what they're using, they're like a computer fan. They're pretty noisy. Being a computer tech though, building computers, I have the same issue with computers. If you leave them at full speed, they're very noisy. So what you can do, you can actually replace them with much quieter ones, or you can put a little switch in there that just drops it down a tad the speed, which is what I generally do. And we can select like 3 different speeds, a low, a medium and a high. And eventually it's something that I'm going to do with that. And apparently this is a newer model. They're a lot quieter than the old ones, so I can't imagine being in there with the old fans, because I tell you guys, that one's pretty noisy itself. Oh well, right, leave these guys be. So this is the mob. You guys living locally, Gold Coast, if you're coming down to pick up your Bundutop, Eddie's Auto Marine is a qualified installer. They do everything, anything you want done. They'll even set up your 12-volt system. They can install a solar panel on the top of these as well. They can do, as you can see, not only auto marine, they also install the awnings as well. And Bundutop is only about 1 kilometre down the road that way. So just diagonally across the road here, it's the main Brisbane road there. Even though in Gold Coast, I think that is called Brisbane Road. Just diagonally a corner there is the shopping centre. Just thinking what it's called now. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know why it skipped my mind, but there is a fairly major shopping centre just over there, Harbour Town. That's it, it's called Harbour Town. Ian is the guy you talk to from Bundutec here in Australia, and they're, luckily for me, their office, their depot is located here at Gold Coast, where my sister lives, and I come down here a fair bit. So that worked out all my arms getting sore. You can see we've got a nice sunny blue sky today. How awesome is that? It's just been pissing down rain so much here. I know I mentioned yesterday, I still cannot believe how much it rains here at the Gold Coast. This is crazy. I know I'm going to go back home, everything's probably going to be dry. I looked at the weather forecast and it's like 32 degrees, so we're heading back home in the next couple of days, and it's like 32 degrees back at home. It's just crazy. Over here there's been some days where I've been going around wearing a jumper, but it's nice and warm today. It's actually quite pleasant. It's a really nice temperature. So there you see the front bracket. Now guys, it's got notice these, here we are, I might show you this one over here. Try to get rid of that sun flare. It's got a unique feature the way these actually connect, these Ostrich Wing awnings. And of course, Ostrich Wing awnings are made in South Africa. You see how it's got these, it actually slides in. You can slide it up or you can slide it down. And it actually assists with making removal a lot easier, but you'll need 2 people to do it, one to hold it, or the other one loosens these off, and then you can either lift it up or just lay it down and pump, which is something probably what I do, because all up this awning is going to add around about 28, I think it's 28, just under 28 kilos, it could be 26, 28 kilos. So it's a fair bit of weight. So I had to always said that I was never going to put an awning of that weight on here, but I had to go for it. Any of the awnings I got at home, remember yesterday I mentioned that the awnings I got at home, the brackets, because of the design of this particular rooftop tent, you can see it's all flat, so it doesn't have that additional bar. It pokes out here by an inch, and then your rooftop tent sits an inch higher. So there's really no way for me to attach. I could do it if I utilize these brackets, because this supports it. This is no problems at all. This is a very strong mounting system. It's very popular. A lot of people use these mounting systems. So I think that the awning is used the same as well. The only difference is with the Bundutop, you got to buy an additional spacer. It brings it out a bit, so that when it closes, the lip that comes over doesn't get in way, that the awning doesn't get in way with the lip when it closes. So, and it's going to give a lot of advantages too. You can see how much higher this awning's going to sit now. So it'll give me plenty of room here. So of course it's freestanding, so I won't be able to adjust the poles up or down. So it'll be interesting to see how it, whether it pulls much water or not, because I'm heading back. So we'll check that. Because I'm heading back home in the next couple of days, well, hardly ever rains back at home, so who knows when I'll get a chance to test it out in the rain. I've certainly tested this out in the rain the last 4 days, because I've been sleeping it for the past week, and not one drop of water got in. So it's extremely waterproof, very heavy duty canvas, very good quality canvas on these. I believe this particular canvas on here, I think it's called a ripstop canvas or something, Bundutec canvas, and it's actually made in South Africa. So I know I've mentioned that Wax Converters in Australia makes the best canvas, but I'll tell you what, this comes apart with it, and it's awesome. It's really dark too. You can see, I mean, all the windows is open. You can actually see how dark it is inside with the light on. You close all that, even out in the sun, you close all that, you still got to turn the light on. So it's awesome. Okay guys, I might call that now for now. I'll do a few B-roll footages, and we'll come back later and show it set up. Might even be set up out the front here when I walk in to see how it looks. Because guys, I haven't seen one of these yet. This is the first time I've seen one. Well, I've seen one in the box, outside the box the other day. But I haven't seen one. I've never seen one set up, apart from a few images and videos on YouTube. So I'm going for the advice of these guys and a few others to go with this Ostrich Wing awning. And if you let me flick this around so I can talk to you. So as I mentioned, I'm taking the advice of some of these guys and choosing these. I trust their opinion. They seem to really know what they're doing, these guys, and they're excellent installers, quality workmanship, great blokes, love the camping, got the same interests as me. All their 4 drives are all decked out the same. The beauty with this is how easy and quick it is for me to set up, and that's really important for me. And another benefit is the fact that it's freestanding, so that'll rectify that issue when I pull over, you know, particularly here where I live, how hot it is. That'll rectify the issue of the, you know, pulling over and not having an option to put poles down or peg it out when you want to stop at a roadside rest area to have lunch or something without having to sit in the rain or in the hot sun. So then what you end up doing is going into a cafe somewhere and end up buying something just so you don't have to do that. That's going to rectify that issue now, so it's actually going to save me a few dollars. And some of the awnings I've got at home, guys, I'm actually going to sell. So those who are living locally in the area, keep an eye out on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to sell some of those awnings now because I don't have use for them anymore. Some of them only been used once. Some of them haven't been used at all, apart from just set up in the backyard to do a quick review and some photos, but we'll talk more about that later. So before this video goes too long, we'll call it quits for now, and we'll show you a few more B-roll footages now, what these guys are up to, and then we'll come back later and show you it all installed.
Yeah, don't tick it. So just slide it up underneath onto the T-bolts, going from underneath the can boots. Inside. It's just being a bit of pain because of the tension on the bracket. Because of the spring tension on the bracket, sometimes you just got to help them in a bit. Set this right now. Down a bit. Turn this through 90 degrees. Go. And up. Keep going. Keep going. Stop there. Up. Hang on. Flush the top. Good right height. There you go. That's it. Alright, we'll leave that one loose for the moment. We'll get the other side on.